There's a very interesting question some young people ask me. Pastor Joseph, how do you know your calling in life? Well, something very interesting. The Bible has a general calling and a specific calling. For example, in the general calling in the New Testament, John 3:16, for God so loved the world, and all who believe in Him will not perish but have eternal life. So that's a very general calling. And then there's a specific calling, like the Apostle Paul. He's been called to preach the good news in a very specific manner. And so when someone was asking me, Pastor Joseph, how do you know your calling in life? Well, it's very simple. Number one, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. And then love your neighbor. And then as you pursue this area, God says, be holy as I am holy. The word holy means to be set apart for God's purpose. So as you love God, eventually what will happen is that you will discover your calling. So as you pursue the holiness of God, love your neighbor, and eventually a specific calling, just like the Apostle Paul and all the other disciples in the Bible, God will give you a very specific calling. And the ultimate test of knowing your true calling and genuine faith is that when you go through storms of your life, very devastating storms of your life, all the trials and all the challenges, and by the end of the day, you walk out of that storm and you still want to fulfill what God has placed in your heart, then that is the true, genuine calling from the Lord. May you be blessed. Have a wonderful day.